The regular meeting of Bucyrus City Council for October the 1st, 2019 is called to order. Please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Weaver.
Here.
Myers.
Here.
Wireball.
Here.
Trucca.
Here.
Sack.
Here.
Post.
Here.
Schott.
Here.
Before you have the minutes from the September 17, 2019 regular meeting. I need a motion to accept those minutes.
Second.
Motion by Ms. Sack, second by Mr. McKeever. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say no. Motion passed. Thank you. With us this evening, we have Angie Keppel with the Goodwill Education and Training Program that works in conjunction with the Job and Family Services. And she has five bright young people with her tonight. Five that are here to just simply observe how council works. So you guys are doing your best to behave. Not that.
I don't know what she's talking about.
I don't. Okay, this is where we grant permission for visitors to speak. We have one visitor that would like to address council this evening. If you would like to step to the microphone, we need your name and your address, please.
Thank you. Good evening. My name is Matt Crispin, and my address is 170 Plymouth Street. I'm proud to serve as the superintendent of Bucyrus City Schools, and on occasion I like to stop by the local government and bid greetings from your local school district and let you know that we're up and running. We're at week 7. It is also homecoming week, so a lot of fun around the actually all the buildings as all the kids and all the grade levels are getting into the festivities and being proud to be Red Men. But invite you come to a board meeting sometime, so you reciprocate this, right? Yeah, like you have nothing else to do. But anytime you want to take a look at the schools or stop by the office, please do. Welcome folks to come in with questions, suggestions, and the like. So great to be part of Bucyrus City Schools and the community of Bucyrus.
I believe you have quite a few programs up there that you need mentors for children.
We have lots of students that need mentors. That's for sure. Probably some adults too. But absolutely, always looking for volunteers at all levels. So, and if you are interested or know folks that are interested, send them our way for sure.
Okay, thank you. Questions, anybody?
Oh, no questions.
As the second oldest BHS grad in the room. Go ahead, the third oldest. Third oldest.
Thanks.
My understanding that there is an event tomorrow evening in the art park for homecoming.
I learned that today.
At 6:30.
Yeah.
At 6:30, so
It's supposed to be quite an event.
it might be.
We'll have the band playing and lots of fun
It'll
festivities.
be a lot of fun, it always is.
Yeah, thank you for bringing that up. And hot dogs.
Ooh.
Not that that is an attraction for me. Anything else?
No, thank you very much for
Thank
coming
you.
this evening.
Yep.
Anyone else that would like to address council this evening? No one? Okay, communications and petitions.
We have just one letter. This is from the Bucyrus Historical Society to the administration dated September 19. Dear Mayor Reeser and Kelly, thank you for helping make Norton Day a successful community event. We appreciate your meetings with us and your suggestions. Thank you, Mayor Reeser, for planting the oak tree as a memorial to the Nortons and speaking at the opening ceremony. I know that Denny and Sue Ann and their family and Verna's family were very pleased. Thank you, Kelly, for meeting with us and especially for your knowledge of city resources that were valuable. Thanks for helping with the coloring contest and the merchants. You both are a great team working for our city. Thanks again, Beverly Whaley, and trustees of the Bucyrus Historical Society. And that just has to be accepted and filed.
Okay, thank you. I need a motion to accept and file this.
So moved. Second.
Motion by Mr. Myers, second by Mr. Fogt. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say no. Motion passed. Thank you. That's it for communications and petitions. We'll move on to standing committee reports. Ms. Sack, will you get started with this, please?
Yes. Saturday Council is in regular committee meeting was Thursday, September 19th. Started at 6 o'clock p.m. to 7:07 p.m. Members present were Martha Keever, Kevin Myers, Dan Wireball, Bruce Struzo, myself, Doug Fote, and Andrew Shaw. Number 1, Desire City Joint Regular Committee meeting was called to order by staff at 6 o'clock p.m. Number 2, public participation, there was none. Number 3, order of committee business. A, Finance Committee met from 6:01 p.m. to 6:12 p.m. Members present were Dan Wireball, Kevin Myers, Andrew Shaw, and myself. Number 1, appropriation. Schiffer explained that the following appropriation needs to be made. A, from unappropriated general funds, $268.90 to Program 1, Security of Persons and Property, 7110 and 7111 Police Department, 24 materials and supplies, and donations for safety count and Operation Hope. Myers made a motion to request legislation making the appropriation with a second by Wireball. Motion passed by voice vote. Number 2, transfer. Schiffer explained that a transfer of $50,000 needs to be made from Program 1, Security of Persons and Property, 7115 and 7116 Fire Department, 21 Personal Services to 25 Capital Outlay and same. Service Safety Director Jeff Wagner explained that the funds had been originally budgeted in the event the fire department had any retirements in 2019, but as there will be none, the department would like to use those funds for the purchase of equipment. Firefighter Eric McNutt noted that the department's hydraulic rescue tools are outdated and that the department would like to purchase battery-operated tools as the technology has improved. He distributed information on those devices. Myers made the motion to request legislation making the transfer with a second by Shaw. Motion passed by voice vote. 3, second during the regular Finance Committee meeting at 6:12 p.m.
Any questions or comments regarding the Finance Committee minutes? Mr. Cobb.
About the fire department equipment. I actually went over and saw their 10 o'clock demonstration, and they made me put on a fire suit and demonstrate one of the tools. I actually got to use a spreader and one of the cutters, and they had me cut a door off of the car, and it was a very light tool, very easy use. Somebody like myself that had never touched one before or had any knowledge of what I was doing was able to use it very easily and with no real use of force. It was really simple. So.
I think from the report, they're all battery operated.
Yes, they were. Yes, every one of them were battery operated. They had an assortment of different ones that they could kind of work with and choose from. I'm not too familiar with all the terms, but there was one that was a spreader and a cutter combined. Kevin, you probably know more what that's. But like I said, they had a different assortment of them to use. They even had one of the ram spreaders to be able to spread. They didn't have one of the rams to be able to pull things, but they did have one of the spreaders to demonstrate that. But they had a lot of stuff to demonstrate, and they were able to completely cut up a Chevy Impala. And without much, and that ram thing was really nice, because at one point they actually cut the center beam in between the front door and the rear door of the car, and they used the ram to stick it in between there and actually spread and open the entire side of that vehicle to where there were no doors or anything in the way they could get inside the entire vehicle. And it took them all maybe 10 minutes to do. So equipment's definitely very useful for those guys, and then I walked in and saw what they currently use right now, which is the hydraulic system with, to put it in the easiest terms, it looks like a generator basically that you would buy. It just has a hydraulic pump assembly hooked up to it to run that. But with 50 foot of hose and that thing weighing what it does, they need this, they really do. This is gonna help them for the stuff that's 100 yards out there off the road or 50 yards out there off the road. So never having touched that stuff before, it's phenomenal.
Any other comments? Okay, thank you. Moving on to planning, Mr. McKeever.
Yes, planning committee met Thursday, September 19th, from 6:13 to 6:45 p.m. Members present, Monica Sack, Bruce Kevin Myers, and myself, Chair. Number 1, non-conforming residential lots. The zoning administrator, Landon Hill, has asked the committee to look into addressing inconsistencies in codified ordinance 1151.04C concerning development restrictions for non-conforming residential lots in non-residential zoning districts. Single-family residences in districts zoned for apartments face similar setback restrictions. The committee reviewed draft legislation correcting these inconsistencies,
Zach made a motion to send the legislation to full council for a vote. The second by Truca. Motion passed by voice vote. Number 2, permanent signs in downtown business district. Zoning administrators at Landon Hill has requested clarification on codified ordinance 1191.08H3, which states that no part of any sign shall be placed in, over, or extend onto any public right-of-way. In the downtown business district, the property line is usually in line with the face of the structure, making most signs in violation of the ordinance as now written. In a special meeting on September 11th, the committee requested draft legislation making 3 amendments to codified ordinance 1191.08. A, amend 1191.08B to add in the DB, canopy signs shall not exceed more than 50% of the area from the face of the building to the curb. B, amend 1191.08C to read projecting signs shall be permitted in the DB, NB, GB, and LIC districts, provided such signs do not exceed 12, which was cut out, and changed to 20 square feet in size, are placed not less than 9 feet above the sidewalk or ground level and project not more than 6 feet outward from the building face. C, amend 1191.08H to read, no part of any sign shall be placed in, over, or extend onto any right-of-way, public right-of-way, except in the DB for permanent wall, canopy / awning, and projecting signs. The committee discussed making additional changes to the draft legislation. A, amend 1191.08B to add in the DB, canopy signs shall not extend more, that is, change the word exceed to extend, more than 50% of the area from the face of the building to the curb and shall not have support poles. B, amend 1191.02B2 to add no post on canopy signs may be set in the right-of-way. Myers made a motion to send legislation to full council for a vote with the above changes, with a second by Truca. Motion passed by voice vote. Number 3, sidewalk repairs. While the city has the authority and legal basis to force property owners to install or repair sidewalks, it is the duty of council to identify sidewalks that must be installed or are in need of repair, and to pass legislation requiring property owners to repair or install sidewalks. It was noted that sidewalks on Southeast Street on either side of Hopley Avenue in the vicinity of the elementary school are in disrepair. Codified ordinances 521.03 and 521.04 state that the property owners are required to keep their sidewalks in good repair, per Ohio Revised Code 729.02 and 723.011. Respectfully, although the city has authority to repair those sidewalks, Truca made a motion to instruct the council clerk to look into what grants are available for sidewalk repair, and with a second by Myers. Motion passed by voice vote. No legislation is needed at this time. If we will recess the planning committee at 6:45 p.m.
Any questions or comments regarding the minutes from the planning committee meeting? Mr. Wireball?
Yeah, I have one. On these signs, did you guys ever ask any of the business owners downtown what they thought? Okay.
No. We did hold a public meeting in
Yeah,
the park.
yeah, I know, and that goes out, what, a couple days before, and if you're out of town, you don't see it.
Wasn't that
Just-
rescheduled though?
It was the second meeting, it was rescheduled.
But I just want,
Any other questions or comments? Okay, moving on, Health and Safety Committee, Mr. Myers.
Health and Safety Committee met Thursday, September 19th, 2019, 6:45 PM to 6:51 PM. Members present were Mark McKeever, Bruce Trupka, Andrew Schock, and Kevin Myers, Chair. Item 1, traffic control map changes. Council received a letter from the City Traffic Commission recommending 2 amendments to the traffic control map to establish 45-mile-per-hour speed limits on both sides of West Mansfield Street from the east side of 1107 West Mansfield to the west city limits, based on a traffic study done by the Crawford County Engineer and ODOT, and to remove 2 stop signs on the northwest and southeast corners of Maple Street and Lawn Avenue. Through traffic does not stop signs have been installed to notify Lawn Avenue traffic. Schock made a motion to request legislation making the above changes to the traffic control map with a second by McKeever. Motion passed by voice vote. Item 2, ambulance service. Myers, Council's representative to the Central Joint Ambulance District, reported that the county commissioners had proposed a county-run ambulance district to the board. Township representatives opposed the proposal because it would have to be funded by a countywide property tax. Item 3, noise ordinance. The committee is considering adding decibel levels to Chapter 511, the noise control of the city's codified ordinances. It was reported that base readings with the decibel meter are being taken at various spots in the city. It was noted that timeframes for unacceptable noise levels as well as vibration should also be considered. Number 4, Myers recessed the Health and Safety Committee meeting at 6:51 PM.
Questions or comments regarding the Health and Safety Committee minutes? None. Moving on, Public Lands and Buildings.
Public Lands and
Mr.
Buildings
Blackwell.
Committee met Thursday, September 19th, 2019, here in the council chambers. We began at 6:51 PM. Members present, Bruce Trupka, Doug Fogle, Mark McKeever, and myself. We're talking about a solar project. The committee chair had distributed materials about the possibility of installing solar panels on city property such as the acreage it owns on Crowder Road. Following a discussion on other potential locations, how long it would take for the city to recoup its investment, and how the energy would be metered, the matter was continued. It was suggested that a representative for the solar panel company make a presentation to the committee. I recessed the Public Lands and Buildings Committee at 7:07 PM.
Any questions or comments regarding the Public Lands and Buildings Committee minutes? Mr. Cook?
About presentation or coming?
Oh, I emailed her, but I hadn't heard anything, so.
Okay, just curious.
You'd finish this for us, please, Mr.
Yes,
Blackwell?
there was no public participation, and Wireball asked for a motion to adjourn the joint regular committees. Motion by Pope and second by McKeever to adjourn at 7:07 PM. Motion passed.
Thank you. Moving on, Traffic Commission. We do not have any minutes from the Traffic Commission, but Mayor Reeser, you want to do a few words about Plymouth Street? That ODOT may be coming in to...
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, just, everybody can see what's being milled and paved up on Sandusky Avenue, but ODOT is, going back over Plymouth Street. There's a few areas there that they weren't happy with the quality of the asphalt, so they're gonna be doing some repair on that here this month, too.
Okay. Any traffic questions for the mayor this evening? Yes, Mr. McKeever.
I'll go on, I'll ask them later. Oh, Arch Drive, have they started the construction?
For our strike.
Not Arch Drive, Arrowhead Drive,
No,
I'm
no.
sorry.
Not yet, no.
Oh, it's just
But they're proceeding to do
Yeah,
that?
it'll be done, it'll be, yes, it's on, it should be done here, should be started very soon.
Okay. I had
The reason I asked
residents
about-
on Arrowhead Drive asking, where are they?
The reason I asked about Arch is because that was on the
Yeah,
already list.
I made a
Yeah,
mistake.
yeah, that's okay, I thought maybe you knew something I didn't know.
No.
And there are different parts of town where traffic is very, very busy right now, especially
Yes,
on
sir.
Mansfield Street,
Yeah.
out by Whetstone. And be very careful because there are trucks in and out. The construction area, they started on the project down by the golf course. And of course, Burger King is being built. And then today they went in and trimmed a huge tree down a little bit further on Mansfield Street. So there was a Another big,
There's a lot of work going on around town right now. Speaking of mill and pave, this is what we put here, mill and pave, was for 2020, and we're even looking beyond now, pretty soon. So if you have anything, we have some places in mind, obviously, but we have some that you drive frequently and know that need some repair. We'll certainly come and look at them, and we try to prioritize everything. So please email us or call us, stop in, whatever.
moving on, I need a motion to accept the committee minutes and related committee reports collectively.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Schock, second by Mr. Foat. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say no. Motion passed. Thank you. Report of city officers. Mayor Reeser?
I don't have a formal report, Madam President, but I do want to thank Matt Crispin for coming tonight. The relationship between the city and the school district is very important. Obviously, we live in a very strong school district, so I know we have a unique situation where we have 3 school districts coming in the city of Bucyrus, but we need all 3 of them to be good. And the other thing, I wanted to wish a happy 95th birthday to former President Jimmy Carter. He officially becomes the oldest living president ever at 95 years. And I'll tell you a 30-second story. When I was a senior at Ohio State, he was running for president, and I got to shake his hand. So, and I haven't washed that hand since.
Didn't you shake him 2 hands?
I did, but that was, no one's going to believe that story.
I heard it today.
Okay, I did say I shook 2 hands. He came along and I shook this one, I put my other one in this one. It's a true story. But the point is, Jimmy Carter is his birthday. So, and he was a good example, I think, for all of us, even in old age. Built a lot of houses, and Habitat for Humanity, and I always admired him. So.
Yes, very much. Any questions for the mayor this evening? Okay, moving on to Service Safety Director's report. Mr. Mayor?
Oh, yes. We would like to refer the 2000, speaking of mill and pave, 2000 mill and pave to planning and finance, and CSO 6 storm sewer water project to service and finance, and the AEP charging station at Millennium Park to public lands and buildings and finance. Don't forget Spooktacular coming up Saturday. Now, we moved it up a little bit this year to take advantage of, I hope all you young people are there Saturday. You planning to come? I hope you are.
What is that?
Saturday at All Miller Park. It's called Spooktacular. It starts at 4 o'clock, and we have a lot of fun and games and prizes and food and giveaway.
Free food.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Free food.
Free food. Free food. Yeah, I think we ate 1,000 hot dogs.
Pumpkins, everybody gets a pumpkin.
Everybody gets a pumpkin, everybody goes home with prizes, yeah. Don't forget it. We moved it up a little bit for the weather this year, and I think it's going to be really like upper 60s. It's going to be really nice. We haven't given you an update on the Pines because we were, trying to get adjusted on how our flow, but after working several days on Pines to unplug the pipes, it finally broke open. There's a picture of it, and you can see that. That's what it looked like on Monday when we cleaned back in. So, and we adjusted the valve a couple times, closed. So it's draining slowly, and we are in the process of responding to ODNR, their consent decree, and let them know the progress we're making. And we had meetings on that yesterday and today both. We hired somebody for a water treatment plant. We've made a job offer, and the person has accepted. And then once that person gets trained, then we'll be moving someone over to a wastewater treatment plant. The bid opening for the concrete pile is scheduled for Wednesday, October 2nd. That's tomorrow, 11:30. And number 6, we got Group 1 sewer separation projects. That pre-con meeting is also scheduled for tomorrow at 1:30, right here in council chambers. And next week we have a meeting with county commissioners. They've called about water lines and the sewer lines. We've been, if you recall, we've had an agreement with them this year, and we plan to get together in the last quarter of the year to see how everything went and see where we're going forward. That meeting will be held next week at the Commissioner's office.
Okay?
I think it's 10 o'clock on Tuesday, but don't quote me on that. If anybody wants to, come to that, just email me and I'll send you every time.
Okay, we have some referrals then here. Well, before I do the referrals, does anyone have any questions regarding the Service Safety Director's report?
Yeah, I got some.
Mr. Wireball?
Yeah, I got some. I'm still worried about the swimming pool. What's going on with that?
Swimming pool and concrete has been poured, ground, and sanded. We're waiting now for this concrete to cure. And the painters have sent samples in to their paint company and checking the moisture levels. And it'll be, for the full pouring, it'll be 2 weeks on Friday. And he wanted 21 days. So we're about another week. When they come in, they're going to be power washing one day. They come back again the second day, power wash it again, and check for moisture, and 2 coats of paint. We fill it up, test everything, and we keep it full all winter, and we'll be ready to go. Make any adjustments that we need after the testing. So
Okay.
we made our contracts, as you guys know, and the 2 people that we contracted with have been exemplary contractors. We've had no problems. They've been fantastic to work with.
Okay, like I said, I got a list here. Where are we at on the bike path on Friendship Lane? Is that going to happen this year? Or?
It's scheduled this year.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have the updated list on that.
Yeah.
We got a lot of projects going on, including that one.
Yeah. And I thought of this, I'd asked you before about the stumps in the park, and you said that was going out to bid, but is it high, and this might be a legal question too, is it a high enough value that needs to go out to bid?
Well, we got estimates already. We didn't put out the bid.
Oh, you just got that?
Yeah, we got estimates. We awarded that bid this week, actually last week. 42 stumps. I talked with the contractor yesterday, and that was John Kraft, and he's going to be starting next week.
All right.
Next week, 42 stumps will be removed. The bids came in anywhere from $1,400 to over $5,000. So we chose the $1,400. Yeah. And I think we saved enough money that we will now look at some issues in Lions Field and Harmon Park and see if we can get those done this year.
Okay, well, speaking of that, and I was going to talk about this later, but you're going to do referrals. I've got a call this week about the softball fields, and the gentleman I spoke to, I asked him to come in Thursday, so I'll get a hold of him again to tell about his dilemma with getting scheduled to get on the softball field. I don't know, have you heard?
We have had no
anything?
problems. Yeah, no one's called to complain about anything.
Yeah, I don't know, but it seemed like a big deal to this guy. and
The
so-
league actually held a meeting last Thursday.
They
He
did,
was
I had a
invited to
soccer
that.
meeting, but I couldn't make it. Did you go?
I
Because he
didn't,
said he was-
I know he was invited to it, but I didn't go.
Yeah, so I will contact him and see if they want to come Thursday. I don't know, they may
Yeah,
not.
they have, yeah, or, you know.
But I mean,
give us a call.
basically, the softball fields, belong to the city.
That's
and
right.
If there's, his complaint, I think, was that they couldn't get on certain times because the league that's been using it somehow.
So what is he?
Somehow we have to figure out
Just
how
for
to.
fun? Does he want to?
No, he was talking about a league too, but he couldn't do a league if
They're having some shakeup in their league, and they're trying to
Yeah.
split up and have a separate league, so that way
Okay.
they can be
Yeah.
not necessarily NSA sanctioned and go
Right.
to different.
Well, I'm sure we can work it out. You know.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I don't, you know, I'm sure.
Gotta talk to somebody, don't you?
Yeah, well,
So-
it's- we're starting early, it's good, we have plenty of time.
So
We'll see how it goes.
I asked him if he could get some people to come in and talk Thursday, so I will let him know that possibly we can talk, so if we can.
Mr.
refer that.
Wagner's the softball guru here,
Yeah.
so. And,
Okay,
yeah, I'm sure he'll figure something out, he loves it.
all right, I'll leave it at that.
Works great.
Any other
We'll let you
questions?
know what's coming up.
I got
Any other questions? Okay, is this the 2020 mill and pave to planning and finance,
Yes.
not the 2019?
120.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
okay. I need a motion to place the 2020 mill and pave into planning committee.
Second.
Motion by by Mr. McKeever, second by Mr. Myers. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Motion passed. We have CSO 6, the Sewer Stormwater Project to Service and Finance Committee. I need a motion, please.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Myers, second by Mr. Wireball. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, say no. Motion passed. And finally, the AEP charging station at Millennium Park to Public Lands and Buildings and Finance. I need a motion, please.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Foat, second by Mr. McKeever. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Motion passed. Those items will all be placed into committee then. And that covers that. Law Director, Mr. Ratliff.
Thank you, Madam President. Not a whole lot going on. A couple of you, Mr. Wireball, sure. Got witness list because we are, as we go through the Pines Reservoir and the dam, we still are in the trial preparation phase. So today our witness list was due. A couple of you guys are on our witness list. That trial scheduled for the 22nd. Hopefully we have things resolved well before that. We've got a couple of decent quotes for tearing down the four properties, the Orr Street and Whetstone and Schwinn Building, Hopley. So we got a couple of decent quotes. I've got to meet with Ms. Schiffer to kind of see how those quotes compare to our budget. But I would like to refer that for, I think it can be on the beginning of it, I'll refer to the Health and Safety and Finance just so we can talk about it on Thursday, share those quotes with you guys, and let's take a little look-see at those. And hopefully by then we'll know what we can afford to do, and we'll prioritize out of that group.
Okay.
Thank you much.
Any questions for the Law Director this evening? Then I need a motion to place into Health and Safety and Finance Committee the removal, tear down of these certain properties. Do I have a motion, please?
So moved. Second.
Motion by Mr. Coe, second by Mr. McKeever. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Motion passed. Thank you. Moving on, Mrs. Schiffer.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. You'll notice a new and improved statement of cash position out of our new software. This was our first month-end balancing with this new software, and it was an all-day project. But we made it through and also got through payroll today too, so we did pretty well. You also have the revenue tallies, the budget, and the income tax comparisons. The month of September looked pretty good compared to last year. We were up 7%. Year-to-date, we're up 3%. So we're working hard on collections and trying to work with non-filers. So we're making progress. I do have several referrals for the Finance Committee. Of course. Your favorite thing. First one, we need to appropriate funds to the telephone lines in various funds to cover the cost of new cell phone service through FirstNet for the rest of 2019. And I'll have those numbers for Thursday's meeting. It's nothing major, but we need to get some things in line. Number two, we need to appropriate $1,500 in the general fund, program 7, general government council contractual services, to cover the cost of updating the codified ordinances for 2019. Our quote for that's considerably higher than what we had last year. And then number three, we need to transfer $10,000 within the sewage disposal fund from materials and supplies to contractual services. This is to cover the cost of sludge hauling for the rest of the year at the wastewater plant. And that's all I have for this evening.
Okay, any questions or comments about any of these items? We'll take them up in detail on Thursday evening. Okay, I need a motion then to refer to Finance Committee the appropriation for the cost of cell phone service through the rest of 2019, to appropriate $1,500 for the updating of the codified ordinances, and to transfer $10,000 in the sewage disposal fund to cover the cost of sludge hauling for the rest of the year. Do I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Myers, second by Mr. Schock. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, say no. Motion passed. You have the auditor's sheet mentioned your statement of cash position stated September the 30th for you to look over for the next meeting. Okay, the treasurer's report for August of 2019 is also here for you to, can you vote on this one?
No, we didn't get it until after last week.
Okay, so this is for you to look over, and we'll take it up for consideration at the next meeting. We have no report from the police chief, nothing from the fire chief. I need a motion to accept the city officers' reports. Motion by Mr. Foat, second by Mr. McKeever. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Motion passed. Thank you. This is the time where visitors' input regarding reports of standing or special committees and of city officers. If anyone would like to address council this evening, please step to the podium. Any comments? None? Thank you. Moving on, we need a recess. Okay. For consideration of proposed legislation for the first time.
We have 5 pieces of legislation. They're all ordinances. Ordinance number 47, 2019, amending and supplementing ordinance number 61, 2018, being annual appropriations ordinance for 2019 by appropriating from unappropriated general funds the sum of $268.90 to the materials and supplies line item within the police department category within the program 1 security of persons and property subparagraph and declaring an emergency. That is referred to the finance committee. Ordinance number 48, 2019, amending and supplementing ordinance number 61, 2018, being the annual appropriations ordinance for 2019 by decreasing the current balance in the personal services line item by $50,000 and increasing the current balance in the capital outlay line item by $50,000, with both line items being within the fire department category within the program 1 security of persons and property subparagraph within the general fund and declaring an emergency. That is referred to the finance committee. Ordinance number 49, 2019, amending the traffic control map and file established by ordinance 2728 in sections 305.01, 305.02, and 305.03 of the codified ordinances of the city of Bucyrus, Ohio, and adding additional signage, all as detailed herein. And that is referred to the Health and Safety Committee. Ordinance number 50, 2019, amending and supplementing section 1151.04 entitled Extension of chapter 1151, Nonconformities of part 11 entitled Planning and Zoning Code of the codified ordinances of the city of Bucyrus, Ohio. And that is referred to the Planning Committee. And finally, ordinance number 51, 2019, amending and supplementing section 1191.02B2 entitled Definitions and section 1191.08B, C, and H3 entitled General Requirements Permanent Signs of chapter 1191, Signs of part 11 entitled Planning and Zoning Code of the codified ordinances of the city of Bucyrus, Ohio, and that's referred to planning.
Thank you. I need a motion to accept this as the first reading. Okay, sorry.
Am I the only one that, did you say 20, or when you were reading the 49-29, did you say 2728? I thought that's what I heard, and I just want to make sure that it would read it properly at 2770.
Which one is this?
49-2019, when you were reading it, I swore I heard you say established by ordinance 2728.
2778.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that it is 2778, not 2728.
It is, yeah.
Make that clear.
Okay, do I have a motion to accept this as the first reading? Motion by Mr. Coe, second by Mr. Truca. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Motion passed. Thank you. Ordinance number 47-2019 is referred back to Finance Committee. Ordinance 48-2019 is referred back to Finance Committee. Ordinance 49-2019 is referred to Health and Safety Committee. Ordinance 50-2019 is referred to Planning Committee. And ordinance 51-2019 is referred to Planning Committee. This is where we have public participation again. Any member of the general public may present their input or comments on legislation that has been read for the first time. Does anyone care to address council this evening? No one? Moving on for committee reports on pending legislation. Finance Committee?
Finance is favorable to ordinance 47-2019, the appropriation. Finance is favorable to ordinance 48-2019, transfer.
Health and Safety Committee.
Health and Safety is favorable to ordinance 49-2019 traffic control map changes.
Planning.
Planning Committee is favorable to ordinance 50-2019, non-conforming residential lots. And Planning Committee is favorable to ordinance 51-2019, permanent sign regulations in DD.
Okay, I need a motion to accept these reports.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mr. McKeever, second by Mr. Trucca. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Motion passed. For further consideration of pending legislation, for the second and third reading of proposed ordinance number 47-2019, which are the appropriations, do I hear a motion to suspend the rules, waive the reading of the caption and text, and declare it an emergency?
So moved.
Second.
Wireball.
Yes.
McKeever.
Yes.
Myers.
Yes.
Trucca.
Yes.
Sack.
Yes.
Vote.
Yes.
Schott.
Yes.
Ordinance number 47-2019.
Do I hear a motion to adopt proposed ordinance number 47-2019?
So moved.
Second.
Vote.
Yes.
Sack.
Yes.
Schott.
Yes.
McKeever.
Yes.
Myers.
Yes.
Wireball.
Yes.
Trucca.
Yes.
Ordinance number 47-2019 is duly adopted. For the second and third reading of proposed ordinance number 48-2019, which is the transfer, do I hear a motion to suspend the rules, waive the reading of the caption and text, and declare it an emergency?
So moved.
Second.
McKeever.
Yes.
Wireball.
Yes.
Trucca.
Yes.
Sack.
Yes.
Vote.
Yes.
Schott.
Yes.
Myers.
Yes.
Ordinance number 48-2019.
Do I hear a motion to adopt proposed ordinance number 48-2019?
So moved.
Second.
Myers.
Yes.
Schott.
Yes.
McKeever.
Yes.
Wireball.
Yes.
Trucca.
Yes.
Sack.
Yes.
Vote.
Yes.
Ordinance number 48-2019, the transfer is duly adopted. For the second and third reading of proposed ordinance number 49-2019, which is the traffic control map changes, do I hear a motion to suspend the rules, waive the reading of the caption and text?
So moved.
Second.
Wireball.
Yes.
Schott.
Yes.
McKeever.
Yes.
Myers.
Yes.
Trucca.
Yes.
Sack.
Yes.
Vote.
Yes.
Ordinance number 49-2019.
Do I hear a motion to adopt proposed ordinance number 49-2019?
So moved.
Second.
McKeever.
Yes.
Myers.
Yes.
Wireball.
Yes.
Trucca.
Yes.
Sack.
Yes.
Vote.
Yes.
Schott.
Yes.
Ordinance number 49-2019, the traffic control map changes is duly adopted. For the second and third readings of proposed ordinance number 50-2019, which is the non-conforming residential lots, do I hear a motion to suspend the rules, waive the readings of the caption and text?
So moved.
Second.
McKeever.
Yes.
Vote.
Yes.
Schott.
Yes.
Myers.
Yes.
Wireball.
Yes.
Trucca.
Yes.
Sack.
Yes.
Ordinance number 50-2019.
Do I hear a motion to adopt proposed ordinance number 50-2019?
So moved.
Second.
Wireball.
Yes.
Vote.
Yes.
Schott.
Yes.
McKeever.
Yes.
Myers.
Yes.
Trucca.
Yes.
Sack.
Yes.
Ordinance number 20-19, the non-conforming residential lots is duly adopted. For the second and third readings of proposed ordinance number 51-2019, which are the permanent sign regulations in the downtown business district, do I hear a motion to suspend the rules and waive the reading of the caption and text?
So moved. Second.
Was that Myers, McKeever?
McKeever, Myers.
McKeever.
Yes.
Myers.
Yes.
Wireball.
No.
Trucca.
Yes.
Sack.
Yes.
Vote.
Yes.
Schott.
Yes.
Ordinance number 51-2019.
Do I hear a motion to adopt proposed ordinance number 51-2019?
So moved.
Second.
Vote.
Yes.
Trucca.
Yes.
Sack.
Yes.
Schott.
Yes.
McKeever.
Yes.
Myers.
Yes.
Wireball.
No.
Ordinance number 51-2019, the permanent sign regulations in downtown business is duly adopted. Thank you. Any unfinished business anyone would like to bring up this evening? None? Okay, new and miscellaneous business. Saturday, October the 5th is Spooktacular at All Miller Park from 4 to 7 p.m. Please do come on out. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of games, there's a lot of food, there's a lot of things to do out there from 4 to 7 p.m. You'll have a great time. They're giving away books, they're giving away pumpkins, we're giving away some extra special prizes this year too, aren't we? Yeah. So there's some surprises out there, so come on out to Spooktacular. Tuesday, October the 8th is the Board of Zoning Appeals in council chambers at 4 p.m. Tuesday, October the 8th is a public hearing on Highland and Failer rezoning request. That's in council chambers at 5 p.m. On Thursday, October the 17th is Community Concert Association presents Staying Alive at the Bucyrus Elementary School at 7 p.m. Tickets are $20, and there are still tickets available. You can call 800-965-9324 to get tickets. Wednesday, October the 23rd, Bucyrus Chamber of Commerce Annual Dinner and Chamber Awards is from 5:30 to 9 p.m. It's at the Trillium Events Center. Cost is $30. You can make reservations by calling the council clerk. He'll take care of that for you. Anyone out there in the listening audience, you can call 419-562-4811 to make a reservation. Wednesday through Friday, October the 23rd through the 25th, is the Ohio Municipal League Annual Conference in Columbus. Registration deadline is October the 14th. If you'd like to go, please see the council clerk. Thursday, October the 31st is Trick or Treat in Bucyrus from 5 to 7 p.m. Anything else under new and miscellaneous business this evening?
Did you get that?
Mr. Wireball?
I was going to ask you, softball fields are in that committee, but I think the context is that it's a little different, so to be safe, we probably should refer it.
Okay. Okay, softball
Just a discussion on
fields
use of the
discussion
softball.
is into public lands and buildings. I need a motion, please.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Myers, second by Mr. McKeever. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Motion passed. Thank you. Anything else? We're all here this evening. Joint regular committee meetings. All referrals from this council meeting and any open project list items may be discussed during the committee meetings. The committee meeting is this Thursday evening. It's 6 p.m. Tonight's referrals are.
We've got 6 new referrals. We have the 3 appropriations from the auditor to finance. We have the bill and pay. I think that also might be 19. I think Mr. White mentioned some additions or something. I could
There's a
have
change.
A change, yes.
A change, okay, so it is 19, okay.
That's from the Service Safety Director to Planning and Finance. We have the CSO number 6. That is from the Service Safety Director to Service and Finance. We have the charging station at the Square.
Millennium Park.
Millennium Park, right. That's the Service Safety Director to Public Lands and Finance. We have the demolition of derelict housing from the Law Director to Health and Safety and Finance. And we have the softball fields, that's from Council to Public Lands and Buildings. Also in committee already and on the agenda for Thursday is the annual update of the codified ordinances. We have the draft legislation for that, and that's in Finance. And that's all I have at this point. If there's anything else you want to put on, let me know by 11 a.m. tomorrow.
Okay, thank you. That concludes our meeting this evening. I need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Foat, second by Mr. McKeever. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, say no. We are adjourned at 7:50 p.m. Thank you.